My dear students, welcome back and for another session for our engineering economic semester courses. And nice to meet you again. And I hope you are all healthy within this global coronavirus issue. Okay, today we are going to continue chapter 7. Chapter 7, which was about engineering economics. B to C ratio, what is the benefit to cost ratio, and its relation between the public and private sector projects. And as we talked before in the previous session, we say that we have to use B over C method, benefit to cost ratio method, most likely in the governmental works and the government projects, and they are using this type of analysis because they have to use it, and this is suitable for them. And by the way, there is usually the rate that they are using is called the discount rate. And as we talked before, we say that B over C ratio basically is the division of a part, which is the benefit part of the project in terms of money, divided by a cost part of the project in terms of the money. So you get a fraction. The fraction is in terms of unitless, and this unitless number is maybe this unitless number is to be maybe greater than 1 or less than 1 or equal than 1. And when it is greater than 1, then it means that this fraction or the numerator of this fraction is greater than the denominator, means the benefits of this project is greater than the cost of this project within the period. And you see, we are not going to talk about the period of time. That's because this B over C analysis will work on the projects of a long-term period. And this is if this fraction was less than 1, it means the costs are greater than the benefits, and it means that the project is not justified. And if you ask me what about if it was equal, so the equal, it means that you are just getting headache from implementing this kind of projects and nothing else. So the benefits are equal to the cost. And also we talked about how the formula that we are using it's B modified B over C ratio, and we have conventional B over C ratio. Modified B over C ratio is most sensitive factor than the conventional B over C ratio. The modified B over C ratio basically is including the operation and maintenance. A modified B over C ratio basically taking into consideration the cost and operation and maintenance costs into account, while the conventional one B over C ratio is not taking that into account. And here we have to be aware how to use them. So basically, if you decide to take all the values of the benefits in terms of their present worth, then you have to divide the present worth of the benefit by the present worth of the costs. Now, if you change your mind, if it was easier to divide all the benefits annual worth, equivalent value of their annual worth, then you have to divide the annual worth of the benefits by the equivalent values of the annual worth of the costs. And the same for the future worth. Today we are going to talk about how to if you have more than one alternative, mutually exclusive alternative, so what to do. So the idea is like that. First of all, we have to there is two types of the two alternative, or more than two and more than alternative. They are direct benefit or they are cost usage benefit, usage cost or direct benefit. So in the slides I will show you the difference between them, and this is one. So they say the first one, if you have direct benefit, so you have to include another option which is called DN, do nothing. And if it was usage cost, so it means usage cost, it means which one we have to select, which of the alternative that giving you least cost, so there is no benefit. And then you don't have to include the direct benefit, direct DN. Now after that, then you have to sort the values, the sequence of the alternatives that we have. So 1, 2, 3 or ABC in the base of from least to highest cost alternative, as we did in the incremental rate of return analysis. So we are sorting them. Now after that, after the sorting, there will be, you have to find for each two alternative, for each two pair of alternatives which are sorted in order. You have to find for each two ones, and we have to compare between each two ones and find which one will be survived and which one will be eliminated. Then compare the winning one, the survived one, with the next coming alternative, and vice versa, till we get among the available alternatives the one that will win the competition. Now what about if there was options, we have alternatives with a different surface life, so so we have to definitely we have to find the LCM and least common multiple for those which are indifferent in surface lives, and then after that we will have to do what we did in the before and find the copies of those alternatives. Then after that we have to compare, we have to find their B over C ratio. Now if for each two compared alternatives we have to find delta B over C ratio. So here we are not going to say if delta B over C is greater than 1 then it will be survived. No, we have to say if delta B over C was greater than 1 then the highest cost will win and the lower cost will eliminate it. If the delta C B over delta C which was less than 1, then you have to take, it means the alternative that having least cost, total cost, it will win the competition, and the other one will be eliminated, and so for the next level till we get the total answer. And now we are going to solve for this two examples, example 7, example 2 and example 3, for how to compare between the mutual exclusive alternatives, and then we will see how is the difference. Now I will here's the chapter. Let's go to solve example 2. Here is the procedure that you have in front of you, the procedure that is used for comparing the alternative. Sorry. Yeah. Now the procedure is like that. If we have two or more alternative, so as we said, there is two types of alternatives. If they are usage cost alternative, so it means that they are the alternative that are in part of almost you have to pay for them, almost they are in cost. So in this case you have only to compare between among the alternatives, so against each other. But if we have direct benefit alternative it means that we have alternatives that giving you benefits. So in this case it means that you have more than one alternative that giving you benefits. So you have in this one you have to include do nothing first of all, and then include it with the other two alternatives, and then decide whether how to do that. And here's, as I said, the procedure. The procedure is to determine the equivalent values of cost, benefit, and disbenefits. Okay, that's because they are cost. It means C, B, and D. And ordering. The ordering is the most important thing in this method. And also after that we have to find the incremental. Here's the incremental, this B and C. And if we have two alternatives that they are having a surface line, different surface line, so you have to use LCM, least common multiple. And then after that we have to find for the new generated cash flow diagram, we have to find the delta B over C ratio. The delta B over C ratio, then it means we have to find the delta B for the two projects, then delta C, and divide them. And after that, if it was greater than 1, it means that the project 2 will be served by Y. So as you see in example 2, it asks you to use modified. So be aware that it's called you to modify it. Yeah. So it says that use modified. Modified, it means you have to include what? Include operation and maintenance cost will be included for the purpose of calculating the B over C ratio. This is first note. You have to be aware on this one. And we have two designs. We have two projects. We have two projects which is called design 1 and design 2. And the design 1 and design 2, both of them are of the same surface life. The same surface life, it means the N1 equal to N2 and it's equal to 13. It means we don't need to have to calculate the LCM. Okay. Now, now we have to say, so use modified B over C ratio analysis to select 1 and 2 and N equal to 13 for both designs, and I is equal to 5%. You have to be aware that. And the alternatives are direct benefit. Direct benefit, you have to be aware. We say that we have among the alternatives, if there we have two types of mutual exclusive alternative. For mutual exclusive alternative, so we have either there are direct benefit or usage cost. So what is the difference between them? Direct benefit, it means you have to include do nothing, and this is not need to include do nothing. So we have to include, after all we have to include do nothing. So it means that we have three alternatives: do nothing, design 1, design 2. Now construction, it means this is P. Building and maintenance cost, operation and maintenance cost, and benefit, it means this is B. So this is C. These two items are cost, and this item is benefit. Now you remember the B over C is equal to benefit minus this benefit divided by minus building operation and maintenance cost divided by cost. Here in this example, we don't have any value with a value of these benefits equal to 0, so we have just to include these two items. Okay, now let's erase this. Now to start this this one, first of all we have to sort the alternative based on their total cost. So the total cost for this one is to have included for this one 10 million, and that's 10 million. It means the first cost of this one, this is $10 million. And also we have maintenance of operation costs, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 till how much? Till end of this project, which is equal 30 years. Now in the end we have, every year we have and every year we have for every year we have to pay maintenance and operation cost for each year $35,000 per year, and this is till the end of the cost. In the same year we will get a benefit. The benefit is how much? The benefit is equal to $800,000 per year. Now so I'm going to, first of all, I have to order the project based on their total cost. So total cost is here, so I will find the annual worth of the cost, and this will be the total cost of this project. So I will 10 millions, so 10 millions is basically is the first cost, so this is P, and we're gonna be A because I wanna be A, and this is for n equal to 13 and I equal to 5%, plus in this, so this will become dollar per year, and also this is that's correct, and plus we have already every year we have to pay 35,000, so $35,000 will give you dollar per year. So I will get the value of the annual worth of this project, and we have to find from the table A over P is equal to how much. We can get this value from the table. A over P for n equal to 13, I equal to 5. So yeah, this is now for n equal to 13, this is n equal to 13, and P over A. So yeah, it's P gonna be A. Now this table, A over P, yeah, this is A over P, yeah. I lost 1, 2, yes, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So 0.6 or 0.0605, 0.0605, so I will say it's equal to 10 million times 0.0605 plus $35,000 then it will give you around 10 million, 6,605,000. So 600, it means it will equal 605. So the result is equal, yes, 685. Now this is by converting the 10 million to a P. This is dollar per year. And also for this is for design one. Also for design 2, I have to convert this 15 million, this is 15 million, times the factor. The factor I want to convert P to A, and within the table of the same table, and plus 55. Why 55? Because we have 55. This is will go get you per year. Now you see which one is the highest cost. The highest cost is the example is option 2. So we have to sort from these two highest costs. So 1, 2. 1 is high, least cost, 2 is higher cost, but we have to include another thing which is called do nothing. Do nothing. Why do nothing? Because it's direct benefit. Now after that I will show you. Let me show you. Now yes, after that you will see. So we will start comparing between these two alternatives, and we have to find which one will survive from this competition. How to do that? We have to write do nothing and 1 and 2. Let me show you in the note. Now so we have to start do nothing 1 and 2. Now do nothing via cost P, present cost, and operation and maintenance and benefits, so C. Yeah. Now here we have 0, 0, 0 because it's do nothing, and the n equals 13. Option 1, design 1, we have 10 million, we have 35,000, and we have 800,000. So the incremental, it means you have to subtract design 1 from this one minus this one. So 1 minus do nothing. Now 10 million minus 0 still equal the same, and 35,000 is equal 35 minus 0. 800,000 is equal to 800,000 because I have made. Now I will find the delta B over C. It means I have to look at this cash flow diagram. Sorry, you have to look on this one. Okay, now delta B, how much we have the cost? We have all the benefits that we have only equal to $800,000. That's the $800,000 per year, correct? Now minus, because we said B over C, it means the benefit minus this benefit minus operation and maintenance cost divided by C. Now here's 0. Now benefits is equal to $800,000 per year minus operation and cost. So operation is equal to 35. Now benefits, here's benefit $800,000 per year and you can see, yeah, here's dollar, yeah. So $800,000 minus the benefit. This is benefit minus the operation cost, which is equal to $35,000 per year, divided by the cost. The cost I mean by this cost is the first cost. The first cost is $10 million. Now $10 million, this is in terms of only dollars, so you have to convert it. So it's B, make it A, and N equal to 13, I equal to 5%. Now this will give you how much? 800 minus 35,100, so 35,000 divided by 10 million times 0.065 something. Now it will give you definitely let me show you the answer. The answer is 800,000 minus 35,000 divided by 0.065 divided by 10 million. It's 1.17, which is greater than 1. Logically, what that means, what that in prevail, this is give you an indication that because delta B over C is greater than 1, so we will the option 1 will be terminated, and option 2, the second highest cost, will be survived. So survived, it means the design one will include and go to the next step. Now, so do nothing is eliminated. Now we are going to compare between 2 and 1, because 1 is survived. In the same procedure, we have to find between 1 and 2. Now we will write design 1, design 2, and design 2 minus 1. Now for this one, how much we have? 10 million. This is 15 million. Now $10 million, this is 15. Now 2 minus 1, it means $15 million minus $10 million, which is equal to $5 million. It's equal to $5 million. Okay, now the second thing is that we have to subtract 35 minus 35, sorry, this is 55, this is so 55, we have 35, so 55, this is 35,000, this is 55,000, so 55 minus 35 dollars per year, it means $20,000 per year. Now last step is for the benefit. The benefit is how much? We have 1,050,000 and we have 800,000. So $800,000 per year. We have $1,050,000. So the result is $1,050,000 minus $800,000, and it's equal to $250,000 per year. Correct. Now I want to find delta B over C ratio. That's between 2 and 1. Now I will say this is cost, so we have $5 million. This is cost, and this is dollars only, so we have to modify it. This is P, make it as an A for n equal to 30, I equal to 5%. And in the numerator we have benefit B, so 1,050,000 minus 800 means $250,000 minus, this is the benefit, minus operation and cost. Operation cost, it means $20,000. This is dollar per year, this is dollar per year, and the result will be 250,000 minus 220,000, it means 230,000 divided by this is become 0.065. yes, so 5,230,000 divided 0.065 divided by 5 million. Yeah, it's equal to, total result is equal to 0.707, which is less than 1. What that, this is will give you an indication that, so we have to terminate, so it means the option design one will survive, and design 2 terminated, or terminate. So we have to stop with second, so the winner is example in this example, so this will win and this will be terminated. And that's give you an indication that the big projects maybe give you have to be aware that either if you have a greater revenue, but you have to be aware. Yes, of course, design 2 will give you more benefit per year, it will give you $250,000 extra per year, but in terms of economy, because you have to invest $15 million, so 1.5 of the first one, it means you have to be aware. And as you saw in this one, so design 1 survived. So still design 1, select design 1, this is the correct answer. Here in example 3 we have the same thing, but here we have more than one alternative. This is first point, so we have to be aware on now the rate. Here sometimes they will call you discount rate. The discount rate, and whenever you see discount rate, it means that the method that's used for analyzing should be delta V over delta C ratio. And we have 7% per year, and this is one, and perform an incremental B over C study to determine which park proposal is to be best economically. Now these are the best, this is a kind of proposals that we have to evaluate for a consortium park, and we have to be aware that the 4 parks there's no direct benefit, so in terms of cost, so we have not to include do nothing. This is first. The second important things that we have to compare it, this is initial incentive and the tax incentives cost. These are 2 things that are costs. This is our benefits, and we have to be aware. For example, proposal 1 will say that you will have to pay $500,000 fee while for the proposal 2 you have to pay the fee that you are going to pay. The fee is 450. Now these are this is considered as a benefit because you are getting you are getting 50, you are saving $15,000. $15,000 saving, it means this is a benefit. And extra sales per year, so it means this is as much as more sales that you have, as much as benefits that you have. Now so here's two costs, here's two benefits, and that's it. You will see the whole projects are of the same surface size, so we don't need to have LCM. Now let's start to solve this one. First of all, we have to sort them. Sorting them, it means we have to sort based on the total cost. So you can say I'm going to sort based on the first one. So first one, it means the first initial initiative course, 250 less than 315, and less than 500,000, less than 800,000. So the sequence as it is, it's in a correct way. Now you have to be aware, you have to include also these terms, because we are saying that the sequencing, or let's say the from least to highest cost, should be included all the costs, including this annual payment. So we have to find the annual worth for the proposal 1. For the proposal 1, it means you have to have $250,000. This is P, make it as an A for n equal to 8 and I equal to 7%, plus this will become dollar per year, plus we have another cost, which is tax incentive cost, which is equal to $250,000 per year. I have to be aware about this one. So $250,000 per year. Now let's find this $250,000 times this factor, A over P for n equal to 8. A over P for n equal to 8. A over P. This is A over P. You have to be aware, sorry. This is n equal to 8, yes. And we have P, make it as an A. So here's the 0.1674, 0.1674, point 0.1674 plus $225,000 per year will give you how much? So 250,000 times 0.1674 plus 25,000 will give you 60. We will give you $66,850 per year. This is about annual worth of first project. So we have to write this one. This is annual worth. I will include the annual worth of this one. Is equal to 68. This will be 66, the annual worth dollar per year, 850,000. Now in the same procedure we will find for proposal 2 and proposal 3 and proposal 4. and you will see as a result you will get 93 64. So annual worth for the 66. Now for the second one is 93,000, for the third one is 133,000, and for the last one is 213,971. Now the lane of the sequence of the proposal based on the first cost, the total cost is okay and it's in the correct mark. Now we have to compare between the first one and the second one and see which one will win from this competition. We have to find delta B over delta C for proposal 2 minus proposal 1, and after that we have to see, is it greater than 1? If it was greater than 1, so proposal 2 will win. If it was less than 1, then proposal 1 will survive, and then the turn will become for the winning one with the next proposal, and also for the same for the last proposal 4. And here's the first, and for according for the let me do it for the first one, and you have to complete it with the other ones. Now I will do it for first so I have to compare between these two ones. So I will say proposal 1, proposal 2. So we don't need to calculate these ones because they have been calculated, and the calculation was 66 860 66 as 860 9640 period. Now this is for the cost. So P2 minus P1 is the value of this value minus this one. So 93 614 minus 66 867. The result is 93 614 minus 66 867. The result is 26,747. This is the delta cost, delta C. Now we have to work on the delta B. The delta B, we have in this paying dollars here, we have $500,000 per year, and the paying fees are lowered by 50,000. So delta benefit is here. We get 50,000, 500,000 minus 450,000. This is the cost. This is the benefit. So I took benefit. So I am going to pay less than. So saving is 15 plus. We have extra. Extra is how much? 320,000, and in the first proposal we have 310. So 320,000 minus 310,000. So the result delta B is equal to $60,000 per year. Now we have to calculate delta B over delta C. So delta B is 60,000, and delta A is equal to, I think, 26,647. So it's a greater it's a greater than it's greater 60,000. Yeah, so definitely it's greater than 26,000, that one. So it means you have to proposal 2 will survive and proposal 1 will be eliminated. And then for the next, we will have to compare between the proposal 2 and proposal 3, and we have to find proposal 3 minus proposal 2 and find the delta B over delta C ratio. And again, the winning one will fight with the last available proposal, which is before. And I advise you to make the calculation by hands and solve it by yourself. And I think it's more clear to you now to work with the delta B over C. So by this we will finish with we have done with chapter 7. I hope you are understanding these chapters, and I think it's easy. But there's some points and tricks you have to be aware for this one. Thank you very much for listening, and see you in the meetings, in the live meetings. And if you have any question, please write them, or you can ask them during the live video question and answer session. Thank you very much, and have a nice time. Bye bye.